and welcome to our 4th episode of Rapidddd Rundown. I'm going to be your host tonight, Amy, and I've got these two competitors going against each other. We've got Caleb over here, and in this corner we've got Justin.
Good to be here.
Wow.
Glad to be here.
Rude. In front of
Welcome
a lady?
to Justin.
Well.
Alright, so just to give you a quick rundown of how Rapidddd Rundown works, we are going to have
She's good.
We're going to have 3 stages. The first stage, each person gets 1 minute to explain their answer to the proposed question that I give them. There will be 3 questions in this round. At the end of each question, after each person's given their answer and explanation, I will award a point to one of them based on who I agree with the most, whose answer I like the most, whoever I think's just, got it going on. I don't know.
So me.
So we'll see. Second round is basically the same thing, except the questions will be in true-false form, and they only get 30 seconds to answer and explain their answer this time. But once again, point system is the same thing. I get to reward them with points after each one. The final round is our trivia round. That one's a little bit different. I ask a trivia question. First person to bobble their bobblehead gets to answer first. However, there is kind of a risk if you try to answer first. If you get if you get the question wrong, you get a point deducted, and the other person gets a chance to answer the question correctly and steal the point with no risk of losing any points.
Oh,
so,
yeah.
If you hit that bobblehead first, make sure you know the right answer, boys.
Oh.
All right, so first round.
That's my top 4 college football teams. Down this week.
Do you look it up? Okay.
No, I don't. I'm sorry.
It's the same as last week. So.
Okay. Well, I don't even remember.
Do we even know
on.
who's winning overall? Are we keeping track?
We can get to that. We can get to that.
All right. Well, let's start this one.
All right, whenever y'all are ready, I'll just hang out. Okay, so
we're having fun.
Round 1, once again, you each get 1 minute to answer this question. All right, first question. Rob Gronkowski was hit with the Madden curse and will miss the remainder of the year following surgery. Do you believe the Patriots are still serious contenders without him in the lineup, Justin? Go.
Me first. Absolutely, they're still contenders without Rob Gronkowski in the lineup. He has had a past of injury problems. He hasn't even played a full 16-game season in maybe his whole career. I did look at the stats. I can't remember that one, though. He might have played one full 16-game season, but that's it. Patriots are always contenders. They find a way. It's next man up with them. And especially I think the AFC, there's only maybe the Raiders and maybe the Chiefs, some other, a couple teams is what I'm saying could only give the Patriots a run for their money in the playoffs. And I think that as long as the Patriots have Bill Belichick as coach, they will be just fine. They can scheme around not having Gronkowski's abilities. They've got other playmakers like Edelman and Amendola. New guy Chris Hogan has stepped up for him this year. They got Martellus Bennett, their second-string tight end, who is a very capable pass catcher. So I think they're in good hands. Yes, not having Gronkowski is a clear disadvantage, but I think they're going to be okay.
Whoa! That noise means your time is up.
So
All right.
As long as they have Belichick and not Brady, you didn't mention Brady.
All right, Caleb.
Yeah, Brady
Same
too.
question to you. Are the Patriots still serious contenders without Gronk?
No, they're not serious contenders. Yes, you may think I'm crazy. Yeah, they went 3-1 pretty much with a Brady-less, Gronkless team, but that was earlier. And we're talking serious Super Bowl contender right now. It's that time of the year, and I think without Gronk, that takes the Patriots out of being a serious contender. Yes, are they gonna, they're a playoff team, they're a good playoff team, but I don't think they should be considered a serious contender for a Super Bowl. Just throwing out some stats. I did look some stuff up. Brady has played 17 games without Gronkowski in his career. During those games, his completion percentage is only 57. He only averages 6.5 yards a pass, and his QB rating is 82.4. If you put those in to the overall statistics right now, he would rank 31st, 30th, and 27th in those stats in the league. So he is a much worse QB without Gronk. And I think without Gronk, even with people like Martellus Bennett, Gronk is just that next level playmaker that you need to win a Super Bowl. Without him, I don't think the Patriots have enough of that super talent for a Super Bowl.
Where'd you find those stats, though?
I did my work.
17 games? What website is
All right, so
a bunch of BS.
No,
I am
that's
going
true.
to, for this question, I am going to give my point to Justin. All right, I definitely think the Patriots are still contenders even without Gronk. They went 3-1 without Tom Brady, who is literally the heartbeat of this team. They can handle not being with Gronk for a little bit. Caleb, those stats were impressive, I must say. But honestly, a 57% completion percentage to me isn't that bad. Only 6.4 average yards per catch. Okay, 2 of those you have a first down. I mean, they're still moving the ball.
Nice.
Like
Yes.
maybe they're not as good as stats as he normally has, but hey, he's still moving the ball. I think they definitely are contenders. So point
All
Justin. All right.
I'm gonna say they're not bad, but to be a Super Bowl contender, you got to be great.
Any team Tom Brady's on,
Tom
Super Bowl
Brady's great.
contender. Whew. All right.
When you take Gronk out, that team is just
Question
not
number
that good.
2.
I got that point, though.
Give me that.
Once again,
Give me that point.
1 minute.
Oh, next question. Sorry.
If you could pick one quarterback and receiver duo to have on your team, who would you choose and why, Caleb?
I would easily choose on the same team Antonio Brown and Ben Roethlisberger, aka Billy and Ronald. Yes, I think it's obvious they're some of the best. They have the best chemistry in the league. They currently, I think, have 45 touchdowns between the two of them, which is tied for first in quarterback to receiver tandem in Pittsburgh Steelers history. They've had a lot of good QBs and a lot of receivers, so they're easily going to break that. He already has 11 touchdowns through only 12 games this year. I mean, I just think that the threat that Antonio Brown is as receiver, I think he's one of the best receivers in the league, and just his chemistry with Roethlisberger, is unmatched. I mean, you can look back a few weeks ago on the play where he did the fake. Gosh, I'm drawing a blank. The fake spike, and then threw Antonio Brown the touchdown. I feel like they're just always on the same page. They know what each other are doing. They know what each other wants, and so I think they're the best tandem. No, I did not do a very good job at giving my points to
Summed it up,
that.
though, right before the time.
All right.
Well, I stumbled over my words
Justin.
like crazy.
Throwing this question to you. What QB receiver duo would you want on your team and why?
Tough question, Amy, but I appreciate the question. It's hard not to go with Big Ben and Antonio, but
you were gonna go with him, aren't you?
Nah, never. Because I've got another duo on my mind: Matt Ryan and Julio Jones. Dominant tandem that they've been in the league for several years now. Julio Jones is unstoppable. He's more physically imposing, I think, than Antonio Brown, even though Antonio has all the skills necessary. And Matt Ryan, I think he's got a few more years left in the league, longer than Roethlisberger. I know Big Ben's still playing at a high level, but I think Matt Ryan he still has a good solid 5-6 years left in the league. Whereas I think Ben is going to start trending downward soon, I think, in my opinion. So as far as longevity goes, I would take Matt Ryan and Julio Jones, but also they just have dominated ever since Julio and him have really started clicking a few years ago. They are on the cusp of that tandem breaking 1,500 yards. Julio Jones has almost got 1,500 yards for the third consecutive year.
Antonio Brown had 1,800 yards last year, and Big Ben didn't even play 3 of those games.
So did Julio.
All right, so the correct answer coming from me, I'm
Eli
going to
and Odell?
give this. No one said that, so I can't.
Eli
I'm going to
Manning,
give
Odell Beckham.
this point to Caleb. Okay. Justin.
Julio. I didn't spend enough time defending my
Leo?
guess.
Who? Leo? All right. Antonio Brown and Big Ben, I think, by far are the best QB wide receiver duo.
By far? Isn't
Julio
that?
Jones, we talked about this before. He will disappear in games. There have been 2 games that are coming to my mind this season where he has had under 50 yards.
Yeah, when you get triple covered, that happens.
Doesn't happen to Antonio Brown. Exactly.
Well, defenses are stupid.
And I do agree that Big Ben is about to probably be on his downfall, but we're talking about right now. I'm not talking about next season. We're talking about right now.
I'm trying to build a franchise.
Who is the best QB wide receiver duo? And I say them. All right.
I reckon like Big Ben's like 40. Even if he's 40, Tom Brady's still producing, putting up MVP numbers.
But Big Ben gets
He's like a
injured a lot.
robot.
Yeah, that is true.
Okay.
He gets
So,
hit a lot.
This is our final question in the first round, and this is actually a fan question. So thank you,
All right.
Iron Milk Conrad, for supplying us with this question. Little less work for us to do. We always appreciate it.
We hate work here. Bonus points for the name though.
Also,
I like the Iron Milk.
It was a very good
I
question
don't know
as
what
well.
that means.
Me neither, but it's cool.
All right, so Justin, we're going to start with you. Who do you think is the biggest draft bust in NFL history. Just go.
Hit me with it.
All right.
Hit me with it.
I wish I wasn't going first. There's a few, but I'm going to say Tim Couch, actually, of the Cleveland Browns. Super high draft pick in 1999. I know he played for a little bit longer than some other draft busts in the NFL. He lasted 4 years, I believe. He ended up throwing about 60 touchdowns to 60, 70 interceptions and about 10,000 passing yards. But I think that Tim Couch's draft or busting for the Cleveland Browns almost kind of set off a sort of a chain reaction. He was the first quarterback bust for the Browns of many, many, many busts to come. There's been other quarterbacks drafted that were busts, but teams bounced back, they recovered. But the Cleveland Browns, I feel like it's like a Tim Couch curse or something, because ever since he got drafted and was busted, he wasn't busted, he didn't get in trouble.
He got busted.
He busted himself. It's just been a downward spiral for that franchise. They have never recovered from that. And
timer. All right, Caleb, taking it from Justin, throwing it right at you. Who is the biggest draft bust in NFL history, Caleb?
I'm gonna go with Jamarcus Russell. Why? Is that why you wanted me to go first? Yeah, Jamarcus Russell out of LSU, drafted overall number one, drafted first to the Oakland Raiders back in 2007. In LSU, he was a beast. I think I remember the hype surrounding him, just his physical skills. I don't think we had ever seen a quarterback like that. And I think the media really hyped him up to be kind of like the next physical beast of a QB. I remember he could sit on a knee and throw it through the field goal post from the 50-yard line and throw a 70-yard, 80-yard path through the air. So his physical talents were unmatched, extremely hyped. Once he got to Oakland, he was MVP of the Sugar Bowl in college. And once he got to Oakland, I know the Raiders were a struggling franchise at the time, but it just completely fell apart. Through 3 seasons, he had a 7-18 record. In 2009, his passer rating was 50 for the year, which is the lowest a QB's ever had since 98. So, over the course of, 10 plus years, the lowest he's ever had. His interception, gosh, that was it.
Man.
I did not spend a lot of time, but he's just a bust, and he was released after 3 years.
You spent more time talking him up than talking about what a bust is. It's kind of like the media did.
Gosh.
I mean,
I'm struggling.
Right. So, Justin, I love how you used your answer and talked about how he kind of ruined the or not ruined, but sent the franchise on a little downward spiral. I think that actually is a really big deal, and that's a pretty big effect on, that's... You see how the Browns are now. But I'm going to go with Caleb.
Oh, God.
As far as individual players go, yeah, just the talent Jamarcus Russell had and how it just did not translate to the NFL at all, I think shocked everyone.
Yeah, I was going to get into his work ethic and being overweight and all
Pretty
that
bad
stuff.
Yeah.
Gosh, we need more time.
At the end
you got the point. Be happy.
I want more points.
At the end of round 1, Caleb is winning 2 points to 1. But now we get to move on to our speed round, Justin. I think you're going to pick it up here.
I hope so.
So, difference here, instead of questions, they will be in the form of true or false statements. So, tell me if you think my statement is true or false and tell me why. And it's a speed round because you only have 30 seconds this time to give your explanations. All right?
I'm afraid.
So, first statement for the true or false speed round is going to go to Justin. Derrick Carr is the leading MVP candidate. True or false?
Amy, that is a true statement. Derrick Carr has his team in the toughest division, or he has his team in first place in the toughest division, I should say. He has 24 touchdowns to 5 interceptions. Those are MVP numbers he's putting up. And he's kind of carrying the team on his shoulders right now. That offense runs through Derrick Carr. Therefore, that team runs through Derrick Carr. He is the face of that franchise right now, putting up big numbers, exceeding expectations. I know a lot of people are high on Oakland, but he's been even better.
So I think what I hear you saying is Derrick Carr drives the Raiders.
Yeah.
All right, Caleb. Throwing it to you.
That's pretty
True or false? Derrick Carr is the leading MVP candidate.
I'm going to go false. I think Oakland still has a lot of weak points, and yeah, Derek Carr's been great, but he hasn't put up MVP-like numbers where I think Ezekiel Elliott has. And also, the Cowboys are the best team in the league right now. Yeah, they've had a soft schedule, but they're by far the best in record, and Ezekiel Elliott's putting up MVP-type numbers, already over 1,200, maybe 1,300 rushing yards, over double-digit TDs rushing. So I think he's just going to continue that for a great team, and I think he's got it.
All right, you finished with some time to spare. All right.
Trying to make up for the last
You
one.
know what? I think
been going over
that
on every
this statement is absolutely true. So, Justin, you're going to get that point.
Yeah.
I was thinking Derrick Carr was definitely in my MVP mindset.
Realm.
But then after this weekend where he led his team back, that to me was kind of what sealed the deal, at least
Against
for
the
now.
Bills?
I don't care. He was. It takes
the
a lot.
Stafford
It
has
takes
led his team
a
back
lot.
7 times. And he's not in
And his
MVP?
touchdown to interception
Well, you
ratio
should've
is
defended him then.
pretty pristine. All right.
Marcus Mariota has as many touchdown throws
Next
as he
true or false
He has more
statement.
interceptions.
True or false, Caleb? Everyone is
Sorry, Marcus.
sick of watching the Cowboys play in primetime.
has. True. I know I'm sick of it. Gosh. Yeah, so what? They're America's team. And yeah, they got like an 11-1 record and some rookie stars. But come on. The NFL ratings are struggling. We need some diversity. We need to pull some smaller market crowds into watching these primetime games. Yeah, come on. Like the Titans. Come on, the Cowboys have 2 Sunday night games in a row coming up. What? That's unbelievable.
After 2 Thursday. Oh, sorry, it's your
No, I'm saying too many primetime
Bellerin.
games over the course of the season. They're good and they're fun to watch, but you just need to get some more diversity in those primetime
Stop.
games.
All right, Justin.
Sick of the Cowboys.
Your turn. Everyone is sick of watching the Cowboys play primetime. True or false?
Everyone. That's actually false because everyone includes Cowboys fans, and they're not sick of it. But
There's a lot
I know I am. I think the majority of NFL fans are. I agree with you. I mean, they have 2 Sunday night games in a row, and they had 2 Thursday night games in a row. One of them being Thanksgiving. And then probably a few Sunday night games or Monday night games earlier in the season. And that's after they were coming off a 4-12 season, which is ridiculous. If the Cowboys. Well, it doesn't. It's too late now. The Cowboys can win or lose the Super Bowl next year.
Stop.
They're just going to live on Monday Night Football. They are not going
Monday
to
night,
have
Sunday
a
night
primetime
football.
All
game.
right. Okay, so Caleb, I'm confused because you're just talking up Ezekiel Elliott, and then next question, boom, you just shoot the Cowboys down to the ground.
I'm saying he's good, but I don't want to watch him every Sunday night.
But,
I want to watch some
other teams.
DeMarco Murray, baby.
Justin, even though I don't think you defended your answer very well, I'm going to go with you because I think that's false too. I think people
Okay.
enjoy watching the Cowboys in primetime because, like y'all have been talking about, they are a good team. Good teams are fun to watch. And even though we might be Titans fans, you got to think from a media standpoint. Not everyone wants to watch the Titans. Maybe
But we're exciting this year.
we are getting
we're an upstart team.
there. We are getting there. But the Cowboys are an exciting team to watch. And I mean, yes, you're watching the same team over and over again, but they're playing different teams. So the games are different. It looks different. Different things happen, but you can always count on it being exciting.
Yeah, they're
So,
playing the Giants.
I
The
wanna
Giants
see other
just
teams.
played on Monday night or Sunday night against
Yeah.
the Packers. Right?
Yeah, it's annoying. This NFC East whole thing sucks.
Yes.
Let me see the Lions. They're exciting. Let me see the Falcons. I feel like they're not on primetime that often either.
Let me see the Titans. I read an NFL article today
of
that had
course.
the Titans as the 5th most exciting team to watch in the whole NFL.
I saw that article.
It was not ahead of the Cowboys, though. I will say that.
All right.
I stand by you giving Justin the point.
Thanks, even though we
Final
agreed.
question in the speed round. Or final statement for the speed round.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Caleb, we're starting with you this time.
Oh, crap.
Jon Snow was justified.
Spoiler alert. Spoiler alert. If you have not watched Game of Thrones,
Season 5, last episode.
yes.
Yeah.
You will want to turn off. No, even season 6. You will not want to hear this question.
The most recent season of Game
Disclaimer.
of Thrones. If you have not seen it, stop watching Titans
Yeah,
Super.
not a sports question. Okay.
All right. Jon Snow was justified in breaking his vows to the Night's Watch once he was resurrected. True or false?
True. 1, Night's Watch is only till death. As they say, once death comes, then your watch is ended. So he technically died and was resurrected, so his watch is over. And plus, the world of Game of Thrones, if you're an honorable, noble person, you don't survive in that realm. Think about Ned Stark, the most noble guy out there. He got his head cut off in season 1. Couldn't even make it a full 10 episodes.
Spoiler.
For at this point, you already knew that. And so, Jon's more involved in the overall outcome of the realm, and so for that case, he needs to stay
I'm gonna
alive.
have to stop
so he
you
made the
right
right
there.
choice.
All right, Justin, true or false? Jon Snow was justified in breaking his vows to the Night's Watch once he was resurrected.
You know what? No, he's not justified. That is false. He made a vow. You can't sneak your way out of it just because you got brought back to life. That's never happened before.
Jesus Christ!
Well, in the Game of Thrones world,
In Westeros.
in Westeros here, No, he still has a duty and responsibility. He knows what's over that wall. He knows what's coming down south from the wall, and yet he is abandoning his duty and responsibility to the world of the Seven Kingdoms to
And
protect
that's
them.
all we've got time
and
for.
He's a bad person.
He knows he can't stop it with that wimpy army called the Night's Watch.
Man, so many good points being made. Just how am I going to go with this one? You know what? I'm leaning with Caleb. I do think he was justified. I agree with the whole they say till death.
Got a bunch of oath breakers here, huh?
Till death. And honestly, come on. He broke his oath to the Night's Watch before he even died.
Oh yeah, the egret.
So, I mean...
Nice.
And, which of the Night's Watch men doesn't break their oath before
Can't
they're
be that
dead?
much of a surprise. Even Sam...
Molestown? Anyone heard of Molestown?
But he's the Lord Commander.
Samuel Tarly even. I mean, if he's going to break them, that means everyone's broken them. Let's be honest.
That's what I'm saying. He should be exempt from it.
All right, now we are on to our trivia round. All right. So, gentlemen, need to have your hands on your thighs. Apparently, this is a new rule.
How about
I don't like it
on
very
him?
much. But, once again,
Yeah, you go
first
ahead and
one to
sit
hit the
on it.
bobblehead gets to answer the question first. But if you get it wrong, you lose a point. And the other person has a chance to steal the point
Well,
from
I
you.
ain't getting it wrong.
Yeah, that's not a bad.
All right.
Getting it wrong.
Our
Caleb.
first trivia question. Who was the last non-quarterback to win MVP of the NFL?
Oh man.
Not all at once.
Oh, good question.
That is a tough one.
The MVP of the league.
Who was the last non-QB to win MVP of the NFL? No one wants to risk it. No one wants to risk it.
I can't risk it either, yeah.
Hold on.
That's why it's a game.
Is there a time limit? Because
There should be a time limit.
I'm backtracking. I do have an answer, but it's like 10 years ago, and I don't think that's right.
I don't know what to do in this situation. Amy, you're the moderator. You make the rules.
Do you want to ask another question?
Okay, how about this?
Or a hint?
You can
What
guess.
year was it?
All right, whoever bobbles first can guess without losing a point. All right, Justin.
LaDainian Tomlinson?
Nope.
Before or after that?
After.
Offensive player?
It would have to be.
Has there ever been a defensive player win MVP of the league?
If another name comes to mind, can I guess again?
Yes.
Sean Alexander.
No.
That was before.
Yeah,
I thought it
that
could
was,
too.
that was the best guess. That was all I could think of.
We're aging ourselves.
Yeah. Ooh. Okay. Ooh.
No more guesses?
What
We both got it
position?
wrong.
What position? Running back?
Yes.
Oh, I know. Adrian Peterson?
Yes.
Ah.
Adrian Peterson. Come on, guys. All right.
Wait, Justin doesn't get that point, does he?
Yes, he does.
We both guessed.
And he asked if you could get more guesses, and I said, yeah.
Oh my gosh, this game is rigged.
I thought you said guess without points.
Yeah. No, guess without losing a point.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
And then just infinite guesses until you get it right?
He asked both those questions.
Oh my gosh.
You gotta listen.
Gotta-
All right.
gotta ask
Rules.
questions.
Get your hands on your lap. That's minus a point.
All right. Next question. What was the name of Catelyn Stark's father?
Oh my gosh.
Hoster Tully.
Yes.
That's a good one. Nice job.
Good job,
I looked up on my
Justin.
GOT.
I thought you were gonna have that.
All right.
I was scared.
So, you know
Nice
what?
one.
I'm going to backtrack. Hold on. Okay, yeah. Yeah, we'll give him that point. All right.
Good question.
Backtracking.
Never, I'm not backtracking. Okay, last question. Last
Why are
question.
we backtracking?
Which NFL team features a helmet decal only on one side of the helmet?
Oh.
Steelers.
Yes.
Sorry, that was. I was trying to like hit
Stop
him
yourself.
really fast.
Yes, it is the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Yeah.
How did you know that?
All right.
Come on, you should know. That's all black on one side.
Let's tally up the scores. Looks
That would
like
have taken me forever to
Caleb
think
got
of
4 points and Justin has 5. Our winner
Boom.
tonight is
You
Justin.
Do that. Do the monkey
Controversial. You gave him a point on that first question. What is up with that? Oh,
right,
fine.
that. Javon agrees.
Congratulations,
Good
Justin.
job, Javon.
All right.
Congrats, Justin. Good game, Caleb.
Good
As
match.
always, it was hard fought.
Good moderating.
Thank
you did a
you.
good job with the
Hey,
questions.
The first trivia question.
All right.
I'm
Thanks
gonna carry a
again.
grudge on that.
Thanks again for watching, guys. Hope to see you next time. Remember, go Titans. Peace.
Hey, yeah, if you have any questions or topics you want us to cover, leave them in the comments.
Do it.
We will use them. Thank you.
Just like Iron Milk. Conrad.
Conrad.